guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing a different video than I've really ever done on this channel. I'm going to be doing a conspiracy theory. These are super popular, like just randomly. They just popped up on YouTube and they're so popular. So I thought I would do a conspiracy theory to join along in the train. So this isn't just one little conspiracy theory. There's several different conspiracy theories about this certain case. And this case is about a girl named Elisa Lam. I've definitely looked into this a lot. I watched a conspiracy theory here on YouTube of it, and then I searched it up and a bunch of stuff came up around it. So you can search it up and I'll leave articles down below if you guys want to read more in depth of exactly it, but I'm just kind of summarizing it on here and showing you guys what I think about it. So I guess let's get started with this conspiracy theory. Alright, so a little background about Elisa. She was 21 when this happened, so now she would be 25, if I did math correctly. But she was a very beautiful girl. I'll go ahead and insert a picture right here of her. She was very pretty, had just gotten done with college, and she was just really good. Or maybe she was still in college, I'm not exactly sure. It all happened at a hotel in California. It's called Cecil Hotel, and just the name kind of is a very weird name. But this hotel is supposedly known for its murders and its spooky paranormal stories. So she went and stayed the night at this hotel for a couple days, and that's where this weird story happened. Something that you guys need to know about Elisa is she had bipolar disorder. You guys know what that means. She has lots of mixed emotions and she goes from one emotion to the next very quickly. And she took 4 to 5 different medications, her sister had stated to the police. And that's just something, you know, we all have to throw in there because that could have some type of effect to all this. In short, simple terms, her pretty much this day had all came down to her walking into an elevator. So you know all elevators that are at hotels, and she walks into the elevator and she just stands there in the corner of the elevator. Like, you don't really, who stands in the corner of an elevator like this alone? You know, normally if there's a bunch of people in the elevator, you stand in the corner, but she was standing in the corner just sitting there scared. She looked so scared, and she tapped all the buttons, and she didn't tap one, she tapped so many buttons. She was like kind of like an elf. So she stood there and just was frozen. And then she looked out of the elevator and was and she looked like she was looking for someone. And then she stood out of the elevator and was almost looked like she was possessed. And then she left after a minute of this weird stuff. She left and the elevator closed then. So when she was standing in that elevator, the elevator was just wide open. It wasn't closing. And then when she left and finally walked away, then it closed. So it kind of looked paranormal in the video, but you never know. Someone could have been, you know, watching her on surveillance and messing around with her. You just never know. It could be something completely paranormal. But I have a video to show you guys right now that was online, and it's so scary. So here you go. I'll insert it right here. But that was really scary, guys. That's something that the police definitely took a look at and was like, what the heck? And then she walks out of the elevator, and we don't really know where she goes. But later on, I guess they found her dead. Guys, they found her dead. And in the most weirdest place ever. She was up on top of the hotel, you know, where the water tanks are and everything at the top on the roof area. And she was found in a water tank, dead, naked, floating. Guys, can we just take a moment? That is so sad. And they don't know what happened to her. They don't know anything. I'll be telling you guys some conspiracies that people think what happened to her, but I think that is so sad, and they don't know. It kind of looked like she drowned herself, but they don't know if, you know, because of that paranormal elevator thing, they don't know if maybe someone was watching her and then took her up there. But the weird thing is that to get up to this rooftop where the water tanks are, you have to have a key. And there's only one person who has that key, and that's all of the employees that work there. So unless an employee was in on this, then who helped her get up there? You know, so it's really weird, and a lot of the employees have gotten, like, interviewed, and no one's been caught suspicious or anything, so it's really weird to think that, how did she get up there if you needed a key to get in, and, you know, it's really weird that, how she got in there. But this is where it gets you guys here. So, they found her, how they found her was 2 weeks later, people were complaining about the water. They were saying it tasted weird, it was like really, they couldn't even really explain it. That's what a lot of people were saying. It was just really gross and sweet and salty and really, really gross. And it was Elisa Lam's water. Her dead body was decomposing in water, and people were brushing their teeth with it, taking showers with it, drinking it. Like, ugh, I can't even imagine that. So that's when they found her body, and crazy, crazy, crazy. And, I mean, there's really nothing else to say there about her. You know, they don't know what happened to her. Nothing. No one really has any, like, fault this happened to her. There's lots of conspiracies, and that's what I'm going to talk about right now. So some of the conspiracies are that maybe she was on drugs. Maybe, you know, she was on drugs. But the weird thing is all of that disorder medicine that she was taking, when they did her autopsy, they found none of those drugs in her blood at that time, which means she had stopped taking her disorder medicine, which again, that could have an effect on this. Maybe she did go mental and she didn't know what to do, so she drowned herself, and that was due to her not taking her medication. So, I mean, that is a conspiracy. It could be hallucination. She could have been seeing demons, and they could have been telling her, like, drown, do this, do that, and she could have listened, and that happened. Some people do believe that she was sick with tuberculosis. I'll put the word up here. I don't really know how to say it. Because there was an outbreak at the time of when this happened, and it affected a lot of people in that area in Cecil. So, and the weird thing is the test to identify this tuberculosis is called Lam Elisa. Isn't that so weird? That the test to identify this is called Lam Elisa. But when they did the autopsy, there was no evidence of any tuberculosis. But again, a lot of people were saying that, oh, maybe she was under the effects of like a sleeping aid or a sleeping pill or something that made her have hallucinations. But again, they found no drugs, not one single drug in her bloodstream, except I think it was like ibuprofen. So there is 4 main conspiracies that people think happened, and the first one was that she was murdered. Maybe someone from the hotel, an employee, someone did murder her. Again, something that I thought was kind of crazy that was on this article that, again, I'll leave the link down below. But I thought it was weird because a lot of people were saying that, yeah, maybe she was murdered. But in order for someone to kill someone and take them into a water tank or put them in a water tank, the ladder to the water tank was so high. It was huge. Again, I'll leave a picture right here. Second one is that she was assassinated. This one is a little weird. I don't really believe this one 100%, but supposedly, if you use Google Maps to look at the hotel, you will see something called the Invisible Light Agency, which is based inside the hotel, supposedly. And they think that that Invisible Light Agency had stuff to do with her death, maybe. I don't really know why or how, but a lot of people think that. Again, I don't know. Some people think that she was playing a Korean game that involves using an elevator travel to get to another dimension. And this also is really, really weird. But again, who knows? So what you do is you get on the elevator on the first floor, and you press 4, and when you reach the 4th floor, don't get out, and press 2. When you reach the 2nd floor, press 6. 6th floor, press 2. 2nd floor, press 10. 10th floor, press 5. When you reach the 5th floor, a girl will come in. That woman is not human. Don't talk or look at the girl. If you do, she'll take you away. Press 1, and if the elevator instead starts going up to the 10th floor, then you have succeeded. You have reached another world where there's no one except you. If you get off the 10th floor, the girl will ask, where are you going? But don't answer. So this whole thing, I mean, really confuses me. I don't really get why you would play this game. But a lot of people do believe that she was playing that game because, again, she was Korean or Chinese. She could have been playing this game. So, yeah. And the third conspiracy is that it was paranormal, and I definitely do think that it probably was this. But again, the Cecil Hotel had so many paranormal things happen that if you're staying there, you have to have some consideration that something could happen. But yeah, when it says, like, when Elisa's pressing buttons at random in the lift, she's possessed by a paranormal spirit causing her to commit suicide. How she was pressing all the buttons, and then she was standing there looking scared, and then she was peering out and acting like she was talking to someone with her hands, and it was just, it definitely did seem very paranormal to me. But yeah, the hotel is rumored to be haunted. Several people claim to have been choked by thin air, and a woman mysteriously died via choking, but her assailant was never found. The hotel itself is said to carry terribly dark energy that causes some really weird things. So, and the last conspiracy is that she killed herself, and again, this could definitely be it too. Could she have climbed in the water tank herself? Could she have virtually taken herself to the water tank and killed herself? I mean, that is a huge possibility. I mean, so many people do it nowadays. You never know. Maybe because she wasn't taking her bipolar medicine, maybe she just didn't feel right and she just needed to go, and that could be a possibility. But, oh, so many crazy things with this case. And again, there's a lot more that you can look into. And just search up Elisa Lam or look at the links down below and you'll find a lot more about it. I'm not going to state my personal opinion too much in depth because I don't want people to be like, that's not right because blah, 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 blah. But I think definitely that the light agency one is not a possibility. I don't know about the murderer because I feel like if it was a murder, like, it had to have been an employee, but I feel like it isn't one. I don't really know. This world is messed up, so who knows? It could have been. But I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. Do you guys like my new setup? I really like it. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. If you guys want me to do more of these, then make sure to comment down below if maybe some more cases I could do in the future. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!